Welcome to today's Retirees with Wayne Maslick, Certified Financial Planner, a program designed to educate you on family-focused retirement and tax planning. Today's Retirees is brought to you by Great Lakes Benefits and Wealth Management and Allen Thorley Deloitte Insurance.
And welcome to today's Retirees with Certified Financial Planner Wayne Maslick, Great Lakes Benefits and Wealth Management, family-focused retirement and tax planning. Wayne, it is a brand new year.
Yeah, we made it.
And we made it through, didn't we? Mm-hmm. But there are a lot of things that are in people's minds at the beginning of the year. Some of these things we should have been thinking about all year, but now we're starting to get our end of the year statements from our investments and our bank accounts, and if we're still employed, our employer. Right. You know, all of those things are coming in, and we're starting to think, ooh, I should have done something different.
Yeah, I mean, you get a 1099, sometimes they're surprised.
Yeah.
A lot of folks still are getting 1099 from banks, you know, and a lot of that interest, as we've talked in the past, can be tax deferred, so it's not going to affect your Social Security, you know, or your tax brackets.
But you have to plan for this stuff.
You have to plan for it. And, you know, the early part of the year right now is a great time to start getting your ducks in a row, your financial ducks, so you don't feel much tax pain in 2013 when the 2012 1099s start to come in.
That's right.
But even with the ones that are coming in, you know, we do tax preparation. We're offering a great special right now, $89.95, which, you know, there's no secret upcharges or, you know, no curveball, no bait and switch. It's $89.95. It's for your personal return, of course. If you have a big corporation, it's not going to be $89.95. But
right.
for 90% of the folks, it's $89.95. Includes the federal, state, local, you know, schools, the whole bit. It's all, and I don't care if you have rental properties, if you have a small business, if you have you know, large itemization, it's $89.95.
Wow.
Yeah. Now we are looking for, we do ask that the folks have a minimum net worth of $250,000. You know, if they don't have a lot of assets or income, you know, they can go down to the senior center or ARP and get it done for free, or TurboTax for free. But you know, so we're looking for folks that need a little assistance. We have a very sharp CPA that actually does the preparation, and it's a good value to them, so they should take advantage of it. $89.95 now through April, and you know, it's better to get in early.
Sure.
So if they don't want to extend.
Right. So if I'm hearing you, for $89.95, you and the CPA, when I say you're not a CPA, but you have a CPA prepare these.
Correct.
Now, you mentioned the $250,000. I'm sure some people say, well, I'm not, you know, I don't have that kind of wealth. But you're saying net worth. When you add up your, you know, a couple of rental properties, you have a farm, all of a sudden, that goes real, you can get that number real quick.
A lot of folks get to $250,000 pretty quick.
Right.
You know, a simple tax return is done for free in the, you know, local libraries and senior centers. So there's no reason for them to pay the $89.95. We're looking to help people. They're normally paying $200, $300, $400, $500, $600 for their return. And just, you know, this attracts new clients to me. That's why we do that. It costs me more than $89.95 to get the returns done, believe me. But I meet some good new clients that way, and that's what I'm looking for. Some good clients. I'll give them a deal on their taxes just to get them in my offices.
Right. Well, it is a good deal. Now, friends, if you call that number, 866-626-3990, and tell one of the ladies there that you would like to set up an appointment for $89.95 to have a professional CPA-prepared tax return. Again, now if you have a simple return, you know, Social Security and those kinds of things, and it's, you know, pretty basic thing, it's not even worth your time or Wayne's time to spend $89 on it.
Yeah, we're looking for people that, you know, are looking for a little special gift this time of year, that we're going to save them $200, $300, $400, $500 on their return. And actually, you know, may find some things they've been missing over the years, because this CPA we use is very sharp.
And that's what, you know, in times past, as we have talked, there are things that the CPA knows with the regulations. It always goes back to that little statement that you have said month after month after month. There's two tax rates in this country.
Yes.
One for the informed.
One for the uninformed.
And one for the uninformed.
Right. And the people with, you know, that are uninformed, that don't have the sharp CPAs, that don't have an aggressive tax planner like a CFP like myself in their corner getting proactive. If you don't have that, you're going to pay more tax. I see it all the time.
Right.
I see a person making $80,000 a year in a nice job that isn't doing anything to be aggressive with tax planning, and they're paying, you know, $15,000 a year in federal tax.
Wow.
And I see another person making $150,000, and they're paying, you know, $10,000, $12,000 a year in tax.
Right.
And because of the little adjustments and deductions and exemptions that they get.
Right. And you need to be proactive in this, folks. That's why you need to pick up that telephone and call Wayne's office, 866-626. Let me say that again, 866-626-3990. Got it out right that time.
Little tongue twister. Yeah, also back to the day, you know, Warren Buffett, right? You hear, oh, my secretary, you know, pays more taxes than I. That's what he says. You know, that's because he's doing the tax planning.
Right, right. And we, you know, we'll get into some of this. Now listen, we have got a great rest of the show. We are going to be talking about a financial planning survival kit that Wayne is going to make available to you. When we get back, we got to take a break right here, and we'll talk about some things that are free. You have to call and get them, but we'll talk about those right after this short break.
The financial perfect storm is coming. High inflation, rising taxes, market volatility, longer life expectancy. Let certified financial planner Wayne Maslick help you create a custom plan to navigate through the uncertainty, not just a sales pitch. Schedule your appointment with Wayne today by calling 866-626-3990 or visit today'sretirees.com. Remember to request the book Growth Without Risk when you call. That's 866-626-3990 or visit today'sretirees.com.
Your finances can't manage themselves, but that doesn't mean they won't try. Bring all your finances together with the help of the one person who can, a certified financial planner professional, CFP. Let's make a plan.
And welcome back to this edition of Today's Retirees with certified financial planner Wayne Maslick of Great Lakes Benefits and Wealth Management. Starting off the new year, Wayne, you have prepared a financial planning survival kit for 2012.
Yes.
Things that we should know
And have.
and do
And do.
for the upcoming year.
Yep.
You are making these things free for those that call in. Now, there are a couple of exceptions to the free, and we'll get into those. When I say, I just like to pique people's interest. Well, I thought you said it was free. It is free. You have to, but you have to do something. You have to make a phone call, 866-626-3990, and let these folks know that you would like to have these resources and make an appointment to sit down and see Wayne.
Actually, for the survival checklist, or I should say for the survival kit, they don't even have to come in and see me. They just have to call and request it. Now, if when they call and request this kit, and we're going to go over the items that are in it, very important items that everyone should have and use. But if they do schedule a time when they call and request this, we are going to give them the free Pamela Yellen Bank on Yourself book along with the survival kit. So they'll get the survival kit with all the items. There's about 5 items in there, which we're going to touch on each one, and the Bank on Yourself book, which is a great way to do tax-free investing, It's a great way to peel yourselves away from the finance companies, the credit cards, and the banks, and use your own strategies and mechanisms to bank on yourself. Cars, retirement, houses, rental properties, you name it. It's a great book, and it's free. Number one, it's right there, USA Today bestseller and Wall Street Journal bestseller and Business Week bestseller for free. It's a good book.
It is an excellent book. I have read the book. It has some great strategy in it. And if you call and set up an appointment with Wayne's office, you will receive that book when you come in, I'm assuming.
Yep.
You'll hand that to them, but you have to call 866-626-3990. Now Wayne, Financial Planning Survival Kit, the complete estate inventory booklet, which you have here.
It's item number one.
A must-have.
Right.
For all
and
retirees.
We've talked about the booklet on the show in the past. You know, in this booklet, there's information like your wills, for instance. You know, and there's a page dedicated to them, where the wills are, who the attorney was, who the executor is. And it's just right there. So the person handling your affairs sees it. I have a table of contents, so they could look at wills, it says what page, and they go to it. There's family history and family registry on there.
Okay.
There's a place for your final arrangements, like funerals. Do you want to be cremated? Fun stuff to talk about, right?
Sure.
But cremated.
But we have to.
We have to. You have to, you know, if you make these decisions and put it on paper in this booklet, then your loved ones don't have to.
Right.
You know, because you did the hard work for them. You did the heavy lifting. It's a strain for kids and other folks to choose those things for you.
Right.
If you didn't let them know what you wanted.
Sure.
There's a place to list your CDs, your bank deposit boxes, all that stuff.
So that in your demise or your incapacitation, somebody will know where to look. You just go to one place, it's all written down, all of those things. I don't have to go to 14 different file boxes like they would have to at my house.
Right, after you're gone, by the way, right? So, oh, he wanted this? I didn't know he didn't want to be cremated, right? It's all right there on top.
So yeah, absolutely, and like you say, a must-have. We have shown that booklet in times past. I think we still have one that we will put up on the screen. And friends, it is, you know, it's a small little thing. You can flip through it. You can write all this stuff down, but it's absolutely free when you call in. We talked about this in an earlier show, the top 10 personal checklist, highlighting important planning areas so we don't forget them.
Yeah, it's a checklist for the beginning of the year and the end of the last year, just to get folks thinking about maybe some things that they overlooked. You know, did they have any changes in their family? You know, new births, deaths, right? Maybe illnesses. Did their income change? Did they relocate? Did they change jobs? You know, did they, you know, get their legal documents updated finally? Is there a heir that they're going to? I've had this a lot lately. It's weird. The last few months, people coming in and taking folks out of their wills and their beneficiaries. Yeah.
What did I do to tick off Grandma?
Yeah. Hey, I mean, it's you know.
Yeah.
It'd take more than one hand to count the people that have done that recently, so it's kind of weird. But yeah, it's things like that. And investments, you know, should you sell a dog that you had for last year? I mean, even in my portfolios, I'm unloading some of the dogs of 2011, and you have to stay on that. You just don't buy and hold forever anymore. Right.
Well, these are the kind. What I keep hearing from you over and over and over again, Wayne, is the the importance of always taking a proactive approach to your finances. Many of us would never think to not take a proactive approach in our health. You know, we exercise, we try to eat right, we do this, we do that. You know,
your cars,
our cars, we do maintenance on them, we change the oil. You know,
I think we know someone that wasn't proactive this morning. Somebody that's taping the show was late to the show, but they had car problems.
Just a little bit this morning. But we take our finances many times just, well, you know, I have an income and I pay my taxes, and that's really all that I worry about. But there are some great strategies that you teach and that you can show folks if they will call and pick up the phone and give you.
Yeah, it takes a little effort. You know, you can't be complacent. You do have to pick up the phone. You do have to drive to my office. And then once you do that and get your house in order, you have to continue to do that, you know, at least once a year or so, just to stay on top of it.
Sure.
The do-it-yourselfers, you know, they miss out, they get lazy. The people working with just a broker or insurance salesman, you know, those people are only going to concentrate generally on one area. They're not going to do the holistic planning like a certified financial planner does. So,
Right.
yes.
Because I know folks, and we're going to take a little break, but I know folks who did the investment thing, they got the advice from the broker and all of that, and they set all that up and never hear from them again.
Right.
And
And,
it
tax laws change, and
Right.
estate laws change, investment scenarios change, the market gets more volatile than it's ever been. Things change around the world. You have Europe and Iran, you have all this stuff. You know, the broker just looked at things 10 years ago
Sure.
and gave you some advice.
Right.
And that was it.
Absolutely.
There's nothing wrong with brokers or insurance folks. It's just you need to do the whole financial plan and
Absolutely.
stay on it.
Absolutely. When we come back, we're going to talk about the rest of the financial planning kit that is free when you make that phone call, 866-626-3990. Call right now.
Your finances can't manage themselves, but that doesn't mean they won't try. Bring all your finances together with the help of the one person who can, a certified financial planner professional, CFP. Let's make a plan.
And welcome back to this edition of Today's Retirees with certified financial planner Wayne Maslick of Great Lakes Benefits and Wealth Management. Wayne, we're talking about the Financial Planning 2012 Survival Kit that our listeners and our viewers can call in for free, talk to one of the ladies in your office, and they will send most of this out to them.
Oh, right away. All of it.
The book, they have to make an appointment for?
Right, the Bank on Yourself book, the bestseller, when they call and request the kit, they'd have to schedule an appointment to get the free book also.
Sure.
But just, even if they're not ready to come in, they can call and get the kit. It gives the 5 items we're going over right now, and which will help them get a good start on 2012.
And it's important, folks, it really is important that you take a proactive approach to your finances. Call and get this kit. We talked about the complete estate inventory booklet.
That's one of the items.
At the beginning, the top 10 personal checklist for 2012, the items that we need to think about for 2012 so that we don't forget
just some
these
of the top
things.
items a lot of people overlook.
And it's easy to do that.
Yes.
It's very easy.
Now they'll have it right in front of them. They go right down the list.
The next thing is the updated tax data sheet.
Yeah, you know, tax laws change regularly. You know, what we can put in IRAs, what we can gift, 401k contributions, all that stuff. So the numbers get tweaked every year, Social Security numbers, you know, not identification numbers, but the income limitations and all that. So all that is updated every year. We have that in a nice summarized form that will be included in this kit also.
All right, so those are the kinds of things that we, as we get to retirement and those that are retired, we need to be cognizant of those things. Next is your newsletter. A fun, informative.
Yeah, it's fun. You know, I get a lot of compliments on the newsletter. Once in a while, I get, you know, someone that gets ticked off if I, you know, threw in a political view or, you know, talk about issue 5 or issue 2. You know, so which we don't do a lot in the newsletter. It's talking about financial planning and taxes and you know, never outliving your income and keeping your money safe and all the good stuff. And there's a monthly message in the newsletter. We also have prizes in the newsletter. We have I give a couple different cash rewards for people that send things in, like recipes and referrals, and there's Sudoku puzzles in there, and there's some fun facts every month. So it's just, it's free, and it's part of the package. And it's probably the best item of the 5, because you do, instead of just a one-time thing, you will get that every month.
And it's ongoing strategic advice, saying that, because you talk about a lot of different avenues, I mean, a lot of different things. A few times it's political, but what we've failed to remember is sometimes the politics, the politicians,
our money,
are right. They are
and
the
our taxes,
ones
right,
that are writing tax law, and they are. Recently in the news, we've been talking about some of the politicians saying, "I only have a 15% tax rate." These folks in Washington set this tax code up.
So they could have the 15%. Yeah, so it's a joke.
Right.
And I mean, I did a retirement workshop this past week. Sometimes we advertise them on the show and in our website and that. But I had like the top 25 investment company executives, like Prudential, Wells Fargo, Bank of New York, all these, and what these executives make. And they're all making between $10 and $20 million a year.
Wow.
It's hilarious. So, the amount of money still that they're getting paid, and even the bailout, the Solyndra that was, the solar company, and how even those executives in a bankrupt company are getting bonuses now. Right. It's that type of thing. I don't know if you call that political or not, but sometimes we touch on that.
Well, these are the things that when we do our taxes and do our tax planning and our financial planning, we need to know these things because we can make mistakes very easily.
Yeah, we're the little guy. No one's looking out for you, but you and professionals that want to help you. Right. But you got to make the effort. I'm not going to go show up at their door, knock on it, and say, "Hey, can I come in and talk about your money?" Right. They got to call and request this stuff.
So, the last thing before we take this next break is the book that we talked about in a previous show, is Growth Without Risk, and we'll talk more about that when we come back. But it's not an oxymoron. You can't have growth without risk.
Too many people now are getting so upset and concerned with the stock market volatility. They're losing sleep. They're up. The market's up 4% one day, down 5% the next, and you have these market swings that are just really worrying people, especially retirees.
Sure.
So in that book, we talk about how to get a respectable, above-average rate of return safely.
Right.
That's the title of the book, Growth Without Risk. It's a great book. It's a short read, a little thin booklet, and it's good. It's worth the read. It's worth someone taking a half hour and going through it.
Absolutely. Well, friends, we're going to take a little break right here. Pick up that phone, 866-626-3990. Now, if you're watching or listening to this on the weekend, you'll get a voice recording. Just leave a name and a number, and someone will call you back during normal business hours during the next week and get back to you and set up an appointment. But make that phone call, 866-626-3990. We'll be back right after this.
The financial perfect storm is coming. High inflation, rising taxes, market volatility, longer life expectancy. Let certified financial planner Wayne Maslick help you create a custom plan to navigate through the uncertainty, not just a sales pitch. Schedule your appointment with Wayne today by calling 866-626-3990 or visit todaysretirees.com.
Your finances can't manage themselves, but that doesn't mean they won't try. Bring all your finances together with the help of the one person who can, a certified financial planner professional, CFP. Let's make a plan.
And welcome back to this edition of Today's Retirees with certified financial planner Wayne Maslick of Great Lakes Benefits and Wealth Management. Wayne, today we've been talking about the financial planning Survival Kit for 2012.
Yeah. Great time to get a head start on your finances, your nest egg, and these 5 items are you know, pretty valuable for most folks.
Absolutely.
They'll appreciate them.
Now, what we're doing, friends, or what Wayne is doing, I'm not involved in this other than to tell you about it. Wayne is offering to you absolutely free when you call in 866-626-3990 these resources. And it is the complete estate inventory booklet.
It's where it summarizes all their important documents and information in one booklet.
So their heirs or whatever can know where to look if something
What they
happens
have,
to
where it's
grandma.
at, what their wishes were. There's phone numbers, there's contact information to AARP, Social Security Administration, the Veterans Administration, all that stuff.
So all of that. The next thing is the top 10 personal checklist of 2012.
Yep, these are the top main things they need to consider to make sure they're updated and in order, that they have changes in their family, you know, beneficiary changes, or they need to unload some investments, they need to change their investment strategy. It's all there just for them to go right down the list and look at.
And then the updated tax data sheet.
Yeah, numbers change every year. This has everything summarized on one resource, tax brackets, IRA contributions, Social Security taxation, all that's one single source page.
So it's one single, now especially for those of you who have simple tax returns and you do your own or something.
Yeah, it's right
this
there.
would be an ideal thing. Your newsletter subscription for a year.
Newsletter with all the good articles every month, the recipes, the contests. So not only will they get the current newsletter, they'll also be on the list monthly.
Absolutely. And then also, lastly, the new book, Growth Without Risk.
Yes, it shows historical numbers on how our strategies have made money over the last decade, where folks can actually make a decent buck without risking their principal, without losing sleep because of the stock market.
And all of this is yours for the asking, 866-626-3990. And then there's one last freebie if you make an appointment.
Right, this is the Pamela Yellen bestseller Bank on Yourself book, and this alone is worth the call. But not only do they have to call in and request the kit, they have to schedule an appointment to get the book.
So they schedule an appointment. If you'll do that,
yep,
we will. We are out of time, but we will see you the next time.
Thank you.
Thank you for being a part of today's Retirees. We trust the information discussed on today's Retirees has been a benefit to you. To schedule a no-cost or obligation appointment with Wayne, please call our office at 866-626-3990. A free newsletter is available by calling our office or visiting our website, todaysretirees.com. That's todaysretirees.com. Today's Retirees is a service of Great Lakes Benefits and Wealth Management, Wayne Maslick Certified Financial Planner, and is sponsored by Great Lakes Benefits and Wealth Management and Alan Thorley Deloitte Insurance. The information on today's Retirees and information on our internet website should not be construed in any manner whatsoever as the receipt of or substitute for personalized individual advice from Wayne Maslick or Great Lakes Benefits and Wealth Management.